This is sick. Sorry, just... I've read the book, okay? This is definitely the way. Definitely the way. It's all good. It's all good in the head. Guys, I 100% should have been filming for that, but I wasn't because I was not prepared. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Walking with Jen. So today I'm doing something pretty cool. I'm near Giants Causeway, so I'm on the Causeway coastline in Ireland. First thing I wanted to do was come and see this famous rope bridge, the Carrick-a-Reid rope bridge. It's a bridge across the ocean other side of a very small island, which was originally used to help with salmon fishing. It's supposed to be pretty hairy, and it's a little bit windy, a little bit rainy today, so I'm expecting it to be even more hairy because of that. So let's go check out the rope bridge. Coming a little bit closer to where the rope bridge is now, you can see this smattering of islands here, and somewhere in the middle, not quite visible yet, is a tiny rickety rope bridge, which I think is more like a steel rope bridge in this day and age, but it's going to be pretty cool. Look how fucking stormy it is. It's amazing. We're going a bit hands-free for a second because I expect I will need all my hands to hold on. Apparently we're going to be going down some very rickety stone steps. So there's a few people here. It is quite a touristy thing, but I don't care. Fuck it, I'm touristy. The colour of the water definitely belies the actual danger. Well, if these are the steps, they're actually not too dramatic, but I imagine these are not the only steps. Still, because I'm a major klutz when I go downhill in any capacity, I actually am being extremely careful. When I say major klutz, I mean if I can slip, I will slip. So, you know, quad strength for the win here. This is not even the main intended route that I was going to do. I was literally going to start from Ballantoy Church. When I saw this on the guide, I was like, fuck shit, I'm doing it. Mate, that is it. That is the fucking rope bridge there. Look at that shit. It's pretty cool. Let's do this thing. Woo! This is sick. Wow. What, is there a limit to how many people on the rope, on the bridge? No, cool. Yes. So, the famous Carrick-a-Reid rope bridge. You know, there are a bunch of shit in the world that's touristy, but as my friend says, they're touristy for a reason. This is sick. Sorry, just... So, I mean, there is netting, but like... I don't know how much there is on this island. I think it's more just the cool thing of going onto the bridge. We are here. Carrick-a-Reed. We're going back. A sec, not yet. This is the kind of shit you can walk up easily, but when you walk down, you're like, fuck. Hello, that's a rock. We haven't seen much of my lovely mug. I bet you're missing it. Whilst we were hands-free. You saw the only way to come back is to go back along the bridge whilst nutties like me are like bouncing on the bridge and enjoying themselves. You know, it's pretty safe, but still kind of like fun. I'm definitely very much looking forward to like slightly more, like it's still touristy, but like slightly more challenge of like the Via Ferrata in Norway. That should be very cool. And now we need another rope bridge. I'll do that one. It's kind of mossy. Go steering anymore? Back to it. That is the Carrick-a-Reed done. As done as a rope bridge can be. Next stop, Ballantoy Church. Pretty cool to see. Just for you financially minded people out there, it costs 15 quid to go and see that. But you know, if I owned a cool rope bridge, I'd probably charge for it too. This is apparently what it used to look like. Walking on the main road here. Slightly more touristy thing done. Kind of touristy, but kind of cool. Come on. And just be aware, if you want to do this rope bridge, do book ahead, because I looked last night, right? Fucking £15. I was thinking, is it worth it? Fuck it, I'll just get it. There were 25 tickets left, and I thought, there's no way that they're going to run out. But they did. I've just seen cars being turned away, saying that there's no way to visit the rope bridge until late afternoon. So make sure you book in advance if you want to see that. I mean, I literally booked the night before, so you don't need to book much in advance. But yeah, just take care with that. Now I'm going to go up and then to the right and start walking towards Ballantoy Church and Harbour, which is where I was supposed to start my walk, but I didn't because I got tempted. So I just added another 3 miles for funsies. Alright. Pretty sure this is my turning. Ballantoy village, 0.2 miles. I'm pretty sure that's the church in the distance, so let's go. So, the simplicity of doing coastal walks is that you just keep the sea on the right or on the left, depending which way you're going. And it is very tough to get lost unless you're walking through the marshlands of the Norfolk coast, in which case you probably will get lost, let's be honest. There's the church there. We're heading to the church and the harbour. So, we're in the middle of Ballantoy. walking alongside the coast on the right. In the very distance there, you may or may not be able to see the church. It's supposed to be a famous church. Here we are, coming up to the church, Ballantoy Church, which was supposed to be the starting point for my journey. This is definitely much more my speed. There are no humans, or at least not overtly, no crowds. I'll be finishing the day off at the Giants Causeway, so obviously there's going to be quite a few crowds there. But considering it's supposed to be a famous church, it's remarkably quiet, which is good. Way, I think, is the main route on in this area, and there's two separate ways like beneath that. So one of them is the Causeway, coastal way, which is what I am taking some of for today, and the other one is the Moyle way, which is the more inland route, which we will not be taking. So it looks like that area of the Causeway goes back, which is annoying, which means that we should have been on it already. So I would never go off track, not me. So as this looks like it goes towards the sea, let's check it out down here. So here we have some views of, I think, the harbour, which also appears to be a popular little spot. Some more local friends. Did you know that the name for a female donkey is a jenny? Now you do. Thank me for that. This harbour is another local beachy spot. We'll film over here while I'm always there. Yeah, I have no idea why they're so interested in me. It's so weird. Some things you should do hands-free, and you don't do them hands-free anyway. So I see. We're definitely getting quite harboury, and this does look like a good tea and banana spot. And we'll be making our way along the rest of the Causeway coastal park. You can kind of see what's up from here, can't you? There is part of the pathway called White Park Bay, which is blocked off in high tide. I don't know if it's high tide because I haven't checked, but I'm going to find out now and see if it's safe. I think the causeway is up there. And I'm assuming these are structural for sea defence. Yeah, tiny hole that goes nowhere. So it doesn't even look that far on here, but we're going to go Ballantoy, White Park Bay, and then we're going to end up at Giants Causeway, and then we're going to go back. But I'm going to go find out if it's suitable to do White Park Bay at the moment. Watch the space. we are fine to go, says the local lady. I think that's the Causeway route continues up here. It says here, just lying. This seems like more of a route. Alright, I found the way. So apparently it never really closes off, it just gets a bit splashier, which is fine. Hi. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna... Good things about always having a light, as we get to see in the cool cave. See, well, this goes in. This is 100% the entrance to a cave. We've got waterproof socks on. I'm definitely going to regret this. It's very wet, and in fact it only goes this far. So it's and this is why we like seal skins. There is no function to me going into this cave, apart from the fact that I want to go in here. And seal skins are awesome. This actually does go into a cave. I can see a fucking entrance there, but I am no way prepared for caving. So back out we go. This is how I end up in the drink. Fuck knows what's in here. Cocaine or crack or whatever people go into caves to do. Yeah. Again, really should have been hands-free for that. Okay. Splashier. Let's go for splashier. Very cool. Very cool indeed. The weird lady is still there. She literally waited. God. Guys, I 100% should have been filming for that, but I wasn't because I was not prepared. So, the woman that just spoke to me, like, oh, kill me. She asked me where I was from, and I was like, I don't want to go into this cave now. Waited 5 minutes for me to come out. Yeah, sausage. And then said to me, where are you going? So I'm just going along the path. So, oh, I thought you wanted to do different things. I'm like, well, I might, but I'm not sure I'm going to do them by following a random woman in a car who's waiting for me. What is happening? I swear to God, am I just really paranoid? Or is it just so strange for somebody to tall people by the side of the path to try and get them to do something? I know I'm paranoid, but also I think it's wise to be. I think it's wise. So we're now on White Park Bay, which is the area that's supposed to be splishy and high tide. I don't think it's just high tide because the rocks aren't even covered, and you can see they do get covered. going hands-free for this bit, we don't know what is going to happen. I want to see the thing. Just think about how clumsy the average human is, and times that by 1,000, and we've got an approximation of what I am. It's that hard to get over here. I love climbing like a cat. I love climbing up things that I definitely won't be able to get back down. Not the way, guys, just so you know. This is more like the chain walk that I did in Fife. But there's a little explore. Yeah, I'm not going any further. Could have gone the main path because I'm a massive wimp. If that lady says I'm not one for off the beaten track, you know? Sweet. It's a very popular walking route, and despite what the weather says, I mean it is August, so to be fair, this is prime walking season. The wilderness of the coast is one thing, but I do miss the vastly more wild wilderness of the mountains. I mean, I'm not including the sea because obviously. Okay, so this is the head. This is the exact head that was in the book as submerged in high tide. I recognise it because I did a fucking bunch of research because I was like, let's not die at sea, thanks. So this exact turning around here is the bit that could be dangerous, could be submerged. At the moment it's not, as you can see, it's not fully high tide yet. I'm not anybody that gets anything for free. No, don't get me wrong, I'd take it, I'm just not anybody. So, but if you have the resources, please do this stuff whilst you can, before you can't. And there will be a point at which you can't. If only when you're dead, you know. Probably before then, TBH. Smell of the air here, and the beautiful coast. Look at all these birds scavenging. There's just so much nature here. The very reason I've just gone hands-free. The very reason. We love these stones, and these stones hate your ankles, they hate them. If you remember, a couple of months ago, before I fucked my hip, I also fucked my ankle, so if I were to turn it, it would not be funsies. Fine, probably. the book, okay? This is definitely the way. Definitely the way. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Do not underestimate green rocks. I almost fell to my death once, sliding on a green rock, not appreciating that there would be no purchase on it whatsoever. Loved the face of my mountain instructor. Turn as white as a ghost. I love that she was like, in high tide you'll just have to climb a few more rocks. This is not high tide. This is, I don't know, medium tide. Medium tide. And it's squelchy. It's squelchy. Ever seen Vertical Limit? You know the bit where he like slips and falls and jams his leg between two rocks and then breaks his leg in the fall? That fucking made me wince because that looks very doable. Right, White Park Bay. Dunzo. I just climbed over. Not coming back this way, or at least not today. So now the choice: beach or the path. Let's see. Fun fact: this has managed to be an upside downy one, so I'm going to have to flip this in post. Look. So we're on the beach. I believe that this is the cliffs, Port Braddon Cliffs, and ahead of us is Port Braddon. There should be a little pathway to go up, which I think I can see just ahead. And quite a lot of humans around that area, so I'm presuming that that's the way. That's the path. Fucking fierce. I saw people coming back from coast steering out here. How sick is that? So after a short time along this gigantic beach, and fairly sure I'm going the right way, but not sure where the turn-off is, I can see what looks like Gid Point, which is a hole in an old sea arch, so apparently it says, which is just after the Port Braddon Cottage, which must be that group of houses there. So I'm hoping that is Gid Point. Now, just be aware that I am finishing my walk at Giants Causeway. Giants Causeway is the pinnacle. But this book has the entire Ulster Way in, but including the entire Causeway coastal route. And today's activity, for want of a better word, finishes in Port Ballon. Wait, cannot pronounce things. Port Ballantrae. Port Ballantrae. I'm not going as far as Port Ballantrae. So I would say, you know, with that finishing point at Giants Causeway, I think it cuts off about 2.5 miles, something like that. But then I sort of added that on at the start by going to the rope bridge in Carrick-a-Reed. So I'm going to estimate 12-13 miles for today. Yes, So I'm just going towards Gib Point now, slightly rockier area, and past that, the two remaining walls have done Severett Castle. Unfortunately, I seem to have caught myself two hikers that are walking at exactly the same pace as me, very slightly faster, but whenever I almost catch up to them, they then pause, so I'm neck and neck with them, which is, leave me alone, I just want to walk by myself. Yeah, kind of frustrating. So, one might say that I should have gone on the left side of these rocks, but I say, if you see solid-ish sand, it's preferable to rocks, especially green rocks. Let's get away from these green rocks. Yes. Yeah, we are very careful here. We are very careful. Because this is another one of those stiff scrambles. Nothing crazy, but just maybe pay attention. These are the Ballantrae Cliffs, I'm pretty sure. I've been in hairier situations. This is actually not that hairy. Just enjoying the movement. It's more akin to the scramble through caves that you get, which is just that constant like shifting of your hips and seems to be a fairly commonly traversed route. See if we get to the end. Well, good point. You've got to be worth it. I'm sure you are. Okay. I love how these houses look like they were a chill walk. They are actually a big scramble. A big low-grade scramble. It would have been slasher if that had been high tide. Alright. Still on the path, just about. Past the scrambles for now. This is actually feeling like an easy route after that. Not for the faint of heart. scrambling. Cool. Well, I have to say a little bit of scrambling makes for, you know, some interest, some excitement. Not sure I can make it my entire video though. It's fun to do. Is it fun to watch someone scramble for 2 hours? Unclear. Maybe if they're really at risk of falling or really hot. And I only qualify for one of those. You can decide which. Mate, is that a good point? Fuck. Yes. Woo! Is that a good point? Is that a good point? Woo! Okay. Cool. I thought it was back there, but it's here. Thank you. Yay. Woo. Yes. We're at good point. Can't go wrong there. Definitely good point. Let's do this thing. Can't mistake that. That is definitely a hole in the seawall. That is good point. Trippy McGee over here. Oh shit! Let's go! It's over at Causeway. It's the next big landmark, it appears. Maybe there'll be a sweet shop there. What should we get? And you see that kind of hill with the lines along it? I have no idea what that is. Is that a pathway? Either way, there's a cow, some cows, and a waterfall, so you really can't go wrong. Really can't go wrong as long as you've got some cows and a waterfall. I mean, I'm going to take that as life advice. This is so cool. It's kind of the weather, I mean, considering I brought my waterproofs. It hasn't actually rained since like early this morning when there was a tiny smatter. I have my waterproof trousers on the whole day. Not needed really, but it's a right ball ache getting your trousers wet. Okay. So this is definitely the cliff top part of the walk. Woo! That's a big fence in the way. Don't worry, I'm not that silly. Not today at least. And the cliff top part, I believe this marks the end of the coastal scrambling. I kind of want to do this on a tram, you know, a little track. You know, like okay, yeah, I'm saying I promise. Some somebody's glasses. I'm sure they're going to come right out to the middle of the Causeway coastal walk to retrieve them. But you never know. If they do, they won't be able to see them. Yes, so this is winding back down. And I'm winding towards eating my lunch, I think. It's a lot more stormy out here now. You know why that is? I finally fucking took off my rain jacket. Sorry everyone. It's my fault, it's my bad. Still plenty of people out here though. Still on the trail. Hits the road at this point. Towards the ruins, the remains of Dunsevery Castle, for which I'm sure that there's a rich and vibrant history. But I totally know, so it's probably best if you just go research that yourself. I'll put some links below. Giants Causeway. There's hope abounds. I essentially estimated myself to be back by about 5:30, 5 or 5:30. Well, that all goes to say, basically, I have absolutely no fucking idea when I'm going to finish this walk, but I do know where I'm going. That's this way. I have really dropped fitness recently. It's fucking annoying. This is what happens when you get older. It's just annoying. So I'm in like a tired patch. I'm obviously still going to do it. I mean, I'll be being dragged across by my bleeding eyelashes before I don't finish one of these things, but definitely, you know, achy potatoes a little bit. Still heading towards the ruins of Dunsevery, so still on that trajectory at the moment. Smattering of people here and there, families, hikers. And can't deny that the cliffs are still doing their vibe, still looking pretty cool. So I think we've made it here, at least to this part of here. Is there any way to approach? Kind of, but no. Kind of, but no. That's probably by design. Now there are other castles along this route, and the rest of the Ulster Way are slightly more costly. Come on, I mean, did they build this directly on the coastline and then be like, yeah, it'll probably be fine? Or was all this standing? Was all this like not a valley? And then it kind of all crumbled into it. Does it go down here? Is that what they were trying to do? I think they were trying to go to the castle, same as me. I shall be I mean, if there was a way to get up to the castle, I'd imagine there'd be 1,000 people standing at the base of it already in the middle of August. So, we have seen Dunsevery. We have talked ourselves into not trying to climb down the sheer cliff. And now we have a sign saying it's 4.8 miles to Giants Causeway, which is our goal point for today. The whole freaking reason I wanted to come here. We are also battling with a determined little fly that's gone into my left eye, so in case that's an issue on camera, that's what's happening. It appears to be the time of day when the midges come out, so I had one in my eye, one in my ear. It missed by like fraction of an inch, fraction of a millimetre. Just generally around. Oh fuck me! Just got another one right in the old ear roll. Need some earmuffs. These new midges are, which I'm assuming is a time of a day thing rather than I'm sweating, so they're all coming at me. They're pretty miserable, but what's actually even worse is I'm actually getting annoyed. I actually literally have no right to be annoyed, but like I just want some peace and quiet. So I think, like, as I've gone along in life, I've become more and more of an introvert. So when I have to like interact with people, it's just like which is fine when I've got a lot of energy at the start of the day, when I'm more excited, when when I'm at the start of the thing, I've got it all to look forward to. I can kind of cope with people. But like as the day goes on, every time I pass someone, I feel like, which is like obviously horrible, and it's more an indictment of me rather than of anything else. I would just love to find a route that's more. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have like picked one of the most famous routes in Ireland, to be fair. But I'd love to find a route that's a little bit more off the beaten track. Yeah, just to have a little bit more space and less folks around. Ollie wasn't able to come on this trip. She's actually going to Paris and she's going to see the catacombs a whole month before I am. I've told her not to give me any spoilers, so she couldn't have come on this. Often when I have Ollie here, we kind of like get tired together and kind of like bounce off each other and like slowly develop insanity together, which is kind of fun. Less fun on your own. But yeah, not long now. 4 miles I reckon, maybe less. A high level of activity today. Oh fuck, I pressed back instead of down. Oh well. My Garmin's upset because I did a high level of activity today. It's increased my rest time, I think is what it's going to say. But I don't really like listen to my Garmin. Apart from going, oh, I'm fast today, or I'm slow today. That's the only thing I do. Anyway, enough rambling for now. Onwards to Giants Causeway. You see those stones down there? I think the type of stones that are on the Giants Causeway are called basalt columns, and I wonder whether this is sort of the start of them a little bit. Wow, this feels like 100% a massive milestone. So signage here for the Giants Causeway and Causeway Coast, which means that I'm actually coming into the bit of the coast that's the Giant Causeway coast. Beautiful. We're at 2.3, apparently 2.3 miles, which I don't know where the fuck that 1.6 miles went, but glad it fucked off. Sea's looking kind of wild, same as it did last night really. I shall not be sprinting up these. 2 miles from Giants Causeway, and once we're there, maybe a victory shot. Try not to lose my cap. Then back for tea. this hill, which is steeper than it looks. Okay, it's steep. I'm hoping that I'll see a mile marker very soon. 1 mile to go will be delicious. Or even just to visually see it, you know. So close now. There's a pair of rocks around here called the mother and the nursing child. I have a strong feeling it's these two over here. Because they're right near the edge. Fuck, I'll go any closer. That I don't die. Damn. Hopefully you caught a sight of them. Let's see. There's a gathering of people down here. I wonder whether that might be some type of visitor centre. I also have no food left, so I'm hoping the visitor centre will have some of that. I have oranges, not sure they count. For me, people are doing cliffside shoots and I am literally here for it. I love it. Yeah, I actually appear to be getting my sense of humour back now that I'm not that far from the end. It's very cool, come on, I mean, can't get much cooler than that, can you? That's the causeway. That is the causeway. I'm not paying to go there, obviously, but I'm just seeing it from up here. It's cool, right? Very causeway-y. Something about my Eat Natural cereal bar and having actual eyes on the Giants Causeway has cheered me up no end. I actually managed to get some shots of me on the bluff. It's kind of cool. And yeah, the end's in sight. The end is in sight. Lots of people making their way down, and I will, if I can, make my way right down, but I ain't paying for the privilege, that's all I'm saying. Sorry. Well, I might almost have made it. This is sick. What's going on? Gosh. Okay, not to be a dick, but obviously it's a bit slower on the way down because everyone's trying not to stack it. Yep, that's why we have the banister. That's why we have the banister. I am getting closer and closer to the actual causeway. That's the whole point of coming here. These basalt columns of stone. See them face to face and step on them. That's my plan. You know, this has a similar feeling to when I climbed up Brocken in Germany, which I only climbed because I'd heard of the Brocken Shadow and I wanted to climb Brocken. And I got to the top after 6 hours of walking uphill through snow. And there's a bloody train up there and I get out the top, or I kind of get into like the top clearing. And then there are people coming off the train with like pushchairs. And today I've walked almost 12 miles. I am really tired. I definitely feel like I've earned my my cup of tea or whatever. And I come here and there are like toddlers. And I think it's amazing actually that this is accessible for everyone. And you know, to kind of like the beauty of nature for everyone to see. Absolutely, I think that's amazing. I think there should be spots like that. But it's just surreal. just surreal. Not even that I think I've done some kind of mountaineering feat, but just the difference in activity, I think. I'm just knackered. Almost there now. Here we are. Here at Giants Causeway. It's the tourists that ever did tourists. I can't really film anything because there's like 1,000 children around, so I can't really film anything without getting everyone's children in it. But that's an overview. This is Giants Causeway. This is one of Finn McCool's footprints as he fled back across the sea. Apparently. And very popular. Even more popular than Ben Nevis, if you can believe it. So thanks guys for joining me on my journey, on my trip from Carrick-a-Reid Rope Bridge. About 12 miles, from there to here in Giants Causeway. Giants Causeway, I mean, this is the middle of August, to be fair. It's extremely popular. Don't come here if you want to be alone. But it is cool. It is cool. Tired, I need food, I need supplies, I need tea. I'm going to go and restock myself, probably have a little visit around the visitor centre, maybe get myself a cap with the Giants Causeway on, and yeah, more adventures coming soon. I think Norway's next, so make sure you subscribe, and thanks for watching, hope to see you soon.